Doing it. That looks pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
few more seconds here, and we'll be ready to go. Ready?
Yeah.
You ready, Miss Thing?
Yeah.
All right. Hey everybody, this is Matt, and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. It is Sunday. It is 5 o'clock. We are live because it is 5. You were saying just a second ago, Chris, that some people might not have wrapped their brains around that it starts at 5.
Well, it
And I'm
starts
like,
at
but it's
5 our time.
Well, yeah, but
Right.
we've been doing it the same for over a year. Actually, over 2 years.
And even if
now.
people are confused thinking it's in Texas, it's the same time zone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's different?
Well, yeah.
How is that
it's
not
central.
possible? They're straight down.
Yeah, they're a little over to the east. Except for El Paso.
Do they
Anyway.
have 2 time zones in Texas?
I bet they do.
I bet
yeah.
they do too.
So, hey guys, how's it going? I hope that you're having fun. I hope you're enjoying an adult beverage or a beverage of your choice. If you are not partaking in adult beverages, that's cool too. I'm gonna.
I'm using this cool new cozy.
I
with,
like that it's got leopard on it.
It's got leopard, which everything tastes better, and it's got this pop thing. So I literally cannot drop it. Look at that.
We're gonna go boating later.
We are.
And Chris is gonna
And when
not.
I throw up because I get seasick, I'll be able to hold on to my beverage the entire time.
We've got so many good things. I have a list of stuff to talk about today.
Oh, good.
Do you have stuff you want to talk about too?
No.
Mrs. Toast, how are you today?
If I was any better, I'd be 2 people.
Nice. So let's see. So many things I want to talk about today with you guys, and I want to hear what you guys are up to too. But there's a lot of people who tailgate for the show. Mrs. Toast called it tailgating. She's like, how many? There's a lot of people waiting for this. I'm like, really? How many? And it was a few of you guys who have been hanging out and chatting and talking about stuff.
Does anybody bring sausages?
Maybe I don't know.
They're
Maybe they
mostly
drink Bloody
guys,
Marys.
so they pretty much all bring sausage.
Oh yeah.
It's a total sausage party.
So a couple of you tailgaters, though, have been talking about who won the neck. Nobody has won the neck yet.
I still have no fucking idea.
Yes,
how...
you do. You were here last week. You just forgot. Anyway, this is the neck. Mrs. Toast is going to pick who wins it. But it's not done yet. So as you can see, in fact, it hasn't even changed since last week. You know why? Because we've been really, really busy with the Great Guitar Build-Off, which we're going to get to. And we're going to finish it with this penetrating guitar oil that we got from Ben. It looks like good stuff, but you've got to put a bunch of coats on, and you've got to wait like a boatload of time in between coats. So
it's like painting lacquer.
yeah, it's even worse than that in some ways. But anyway, guys, rest assured, I'm going to work on the guitar neck maybe this week. And there's going to be a video to go along with it where I show you, how the oil works. Because that's something I want to do for Ben. Because Ben's a cool guy. He's not going to win his own contest, but he's a cool guy. So no one's won the neck yet. But someone is going to. Okay? Are there any questions about the neck, Miss Thing?
There's just a lot of chatter going.
Okay. All right. Tailgating. Neck. Tomorrow morning at 0500 how about this? I'm not going to get into time zones. 12 hours from now, we've got a brand new update video dropping on the Great Guitar Build-Off guitar. And if you're really, really lucky, you might even see Chuck Thunder. Everybody likes Chuck Thunder, So let's talk a little bit about update video. So someone sent me a thing that said Ben at Crimson is just about ready to think about starting his guitar build thing. That's supposed to be done in 2 weeks?
Yeah, really. At this point, it's 2 weeks. It's 2 weekends.
Yeah, I want to tell you guys something. As of today, our guitar is finished. It is all strung up. It's all tested. Everything's fully operational. It's awesome. In fact, you see this stuff right here? Some of this stuff right here? Chris and I actually started making a case for our guitar today, and we're using, what's this called?
This is Western Tolex.
Western.
I think they called it vintage brown.
Okay. Vintage brown.
Looks a little like a belt. It's got that Western.
Can I make a mess out
motif.
of the leftover, or do we
Oh,
we
yeah,
might not have
dude,
enough?
Dude, I don't know if we're gonna have enough. Yeah.
So we could each have matching vests.
Or at least matching headbands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which would be very cool too.
So anyway, but our guitar for the Great Guitar Build-Off is finished. It is done. We're just working on the ancillary components for it, and the case is one of those things, because every guitar should have a cool case,
Every
right?
guitar should have a cool case, and if the ultimate goal is to sell your guitar for the most money, what's cooler than a custom case
Yeah.
in Western Tolex?
What do you think we should use for the
Nothing.
inside fur? Leopard? With
No.
Western on the outside, leopard on the inside?
No.
Okay.
I think we should use something else.
Something that's kind of rustic. Okay. Well, yeah, something
Let's
that
not
matches.
give it away.
Miss Thing, you have a.
So Andy Mandiak has
Hey,
a
Andy.
really great question about the contest build.
Okay.
And-
Wait, the guitar neck or the contest?
Contest build.
The GGBO.
Yes. And then I'm going to bring it back to the
Mhm.
And he wants to know if the fleshlight has been field tested.
You'll just have to wait and see.
That's why we need a case.
Yeah.
So anyway, so
It's
I have to
it's
bring
a
it back.
weird shape.
It is a weird shape.
Yes,
Is
you have
that
to.
when you have a blow-up doll like attached to it? and
I
everything?
would not know.
Anyways, so
Steve from Maximum Guitar is coming over later. Maybe we can ask him. Oh, harsh. Steve is coming. So anyway, we'll get back to that.
whatever. I seriously, I know you said you told me we talked about it,
Yeah.
but you never fucking told me.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Seriously, people is like, how do you want enter? There's no
You,
have
there,
to-
you don't enter. You just Mrs. Toast just picks you at random out of people who watch these videos. Someone that she likes the best. I don't know. It's up to Mrs. Toast to decide.
Thank you, babe, for that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Why? Is that awesome, or are you being facetious?
It's a lot. I'm totally being like, I'm not facetious. I'm fucking sarcastic. It's a lot of pressure on me.
Okay.
Now I'm like the only judge in some kind of popularity contest.
Yeah, popularity.
Okay, I'm assigning you a task since you assigned me this
Okay.
task. You make a list of a complete list of your YouTube followers.
Okay.
Print them out. Cut up little slips,
Okay.
and we'll bingo style it.
Bingo.
And I will pick it out like.
All right, perfect.
like
Let's do that.
Okay.
All right. So, guys, you don't have to enter. It's just going to be, Mrs. Toast is just going to pick a name at random out of a hat, and it's going to be wonderful. And you're going to win this neat neck. It's going to be fine. It's going to be good. Remember I said just a second ago, Steve from Maximum Guitars is coming over today?
Uh-huh.
Well, Steve from Maximum Guitars is coming over to the shop today. He might even be here while we're all having a few drinks and a few laughs together. So you might see Steve from Maximum Guitars. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
I can't guarantee anything
haven't seen
because
Steve in quite a while.
it's been almost a year because he was at Texas Toast Days last year.
Did he come to Texas
He
Toast
did.
Days?
One day he came for Texas Toast Days.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
So it's
yeah.
been a little while. So anyway, Steve from Maximum will be here later today. He might catch us just in time to see, to be on the camera.
Are we going to show him the GGBO?
We are. Ooh, you know what? Every time I think about the GGBO, I think of the remember that band, Men Without Hats, and the safety dance? G G G G B B B B O O O O O. That's how I kind of want it to
Shouldn't
go.
it be G G G G
G
G
G G G B B B B O O O O. That's how I want you guys to remember it. Yes, ma'am.
The bribes are starting.
Oh, this is not a bright. You can't buy your way into
It's
the.
not an
yeah.
auction.
It's not an auction. It's not.
So, Doug,
it's not gambling.
Centennial,
Mhm.
$15.
Thank you, Doug.
What bribe would you take? I'm assuming it's for the neck. I mean, it is an
I
open-ended question.
don't know. It would be dinner at the Guadalajara Mexican restaurant.
I don't even know what that place
That's a whole different story. So anyway, I have
I
an,
can't get my hand off.
I have an update for you guys on the GGGG. A couple of you noticed that the last live stream and the last update video that we did, there was a whiteboard behind us with a bunch of stuff written on it, and some of you guys blew it up real big and think you might have some ideas for what we did. Did you notice that the whiteboards were different each time? Did you notice that the live stream whiteboard was 100% different from the last update video whiteboard? That's because I was sowing the seeds of disinformation with the whiteboard, and a couple of you guys, I got you on that one. So.
Or were they calling you out on that?
No. I think some people were like, I think I got some ideas based on the whiteboard, and yeah, all the whiteboard ideas, I just made stuff up that was actually like 180 degrees different from what we're actually doing to throw you guys off the scent.
Except for the Kaler.
No, there's no K. Yeah, well, actually,
No,
so
we've already talked about what
the
we're
thing
using.
what
for
would
that.
Brian do was
Those are all things Brian would do?
well, no,
Put a
no,
Kaler on it?
no. Actually, Brian does. He has told me that he does like Kahlers. So.
So, Ken McGee
Hi,
has
Ken.
a comment that I totally agree with. I think is the best one was stupid shit Brad Ango says.
That was gonna be a video that we made. And it turned out we just started using the Brad puppet instead. But maybe we could still do the stupid shit Brad Angob says video. That might be fun. I don't know. What do you think, Chris? Tell me what you've been doing this week.
I've been screwing up a lot this week.
Well, don't tell them that.
Oh, I've been totally kicking butt, man. I mean, everything is just perfect.
But no, so we got the guitar all put together.
Yeah, we did get that all
And
done.
you really, it was like
It wasn't that hard.
no. There was a lot of neat stuff going on, you guys, for the Great
Yeah.
Guitar Build-Off.
Yeah, you'll see a little bit of it tomorrow, 12 hours.
That's right. That's
12
right.
hours from
you'll
now.
you'll see the neck, and I think you'll go, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, let's see.
We're kind of giving away a lot with just that.
We're giving away a little, yeah.
I don't know. I don't need that, but you can just leave it there.
Okay, I'll have one.
A Coke?
So no, a Coors Light. You know why I'm drinking Coors Light? Because it's 80 degrees in the shop right now. Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Um,
We're gonna get a wet T-shirt
it's
contest.
gonna be a
started.
wet. My whole life is a wet T-shirt contest.
You wish.
So I got a call. Before we dig into the meat and potatoes of the video, it's called "I'm Disappointed with the Great Guitar Build-Off."
Yes.
I've got some updates for you guys, and I think you're gonna like them. But I got a call this week that really bummed me out, and I want to ask you guys
That's right.
what you think about this. So I don't want to give away too much of the call because some of it's personal, and I don't want to call the guy out. I was upset after I talked to him.
Well,
this-
and you get calls similar to this
A lot
every
yeah.
once in a while.
So the call that I got this week was from a guy who's in Texas, and I realize it's confusing because the name of the company is Texas Toast, and we're not in Texas, but okay, that's beside the point.
And that's from Texas.
Yeah.
From Amarillo.
So anyway, a gentleman contacted me and said, I'm wondering if you can help me with a guitar neck that I need repaired. And I'm like, well, as of right now, sir, I'm way too busy to take any new repairs because the time it would take me to finish it is unacceptable. And I can't do that to anybody. So as of right now, I can't help you. I'm sorry. Where are you located? Let me see if I can. He says, well, I'm right outside of Dallas. I'm like, there should be a bunch of people in Dallas who can help you. Well, there are, but they're all idiots. Oh, okay. Red flag number one. And I'm like, well, and I didn't say, well, they're not all idiots. I'm like, well, okay. What is it that you want to have done? Well, I've got this old neck and I want to have it re-radiused, and I saw on your videos you have a radiusing machine. I'm like, yeah, but the radius machine really only works on new necks. I can't, the way that ours is set up anyway, I can't put an old neck on it and grind up 12 to 7.5 or whatever, or 7 1/4. I can't do that on our rig because it's set up for new builds, not existing stuff.
What kind of radius did he want?
He was at, and now don't freak out and do what I know you're thinking when I'm going to tell you. He had 9.5 and he wanted to go to 7 1/4
Okay.
for whatever reason. And I'm like, well, I think there's a lot of guys who can do that, but I'm like, what do you think something like that's worth? And I said, right outside of Dallas is probably a lot like where I am in terms of rent and space. It's not something that's going to come cheap because you're talking about pull all the old. Oh, it was a maple fretboard too. Pull all the old frets, grind a new radius onto the neck properly, and so that it's not all wonky. You got even if you have like a hand thing, which you would probably have to use, you have to cut a new radius.
Probably lose all your dots.
Or some of them
or some of
anyway.
them.
Especially the 12th fret dots.
Yeah.
Refinish the neck and press new frets in. And I'm like, that's an expensive job. And I said, in order for me to do that, that's probably a $400 job. And he's like, well, I can buy a new neck for that. And I'm like, bingo. Yeah, that's right. Well, you're just trying to screw me, and everyone's just trying to fuck me over, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, have a nice day, sir. And I had to stop. And I'm like, what did I do wrong there? It cost me money to have the shop open. And you know what he said? He said, you're supposed to be a real luthier, and you're supposed to help people.
That was the thing that pissed you
that
off.
was the part that really got. First of all, the term luthier to me is a pompous name.
Your business cards don't even say
No, and they never will. And anybody who's like business cards or YouTube page or Facebook page says luthier on it, I'm like,
Well, you don't work on pianos, so you're just being way more specific.
Yeah, I make electric guitars, so to say I'm a luthier is kind of like fairly hoity-toity for me. But anyway, but there's no Hippocratic oath that guitar builders or luthiers take to help people free.
Try that in a hospital, by the way.
Well, yeah. So what do you guys think? Am I upset for no reason, or was he just, did he have an unrealistic idea of what a job like that should cost? I'm interested to see what you guys think.
Well, I just have one thing to say.
Yes, ma'am.
You just got like a $2 tip
Oh,
for like nothing from
Rick Dinatelli.
thanks, Rick. That's a
And-
cool last name.
I'm pretty sure I said that right, too.
Anybody who you would know how to say something that sounds a little Italian like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And there's comments about your Peggy Bundy beer or Coke koozie.
Ah.
Yeah.
Where can I get a
with the handy I
leopard
think,
koozie or a leopard Coca-Cola?
So Nicole got those at Target.
Yeah,
for
she
us,
got him at Target.
We have a camera guy who was here today filming us do the case, and his wife came in and brought us matching.
What do they call these? Pop sockets?
I don't know.
You
So
got
This
thing?
company's actually in.
I got one too,
Up
yeah.
in Boulder now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
This is the empty can, but yeah.
and Brandon did their new
Oh,
office
okay.
space.
Cool.
So, and he didn't. Yeah. Anyway, and I'd never seen one on a koozie. But,
I don't know.
Yeah, apparently you just put them on everything.
Put them on everything these
Yeah.
days. Your toaster, take it with you.
Anything that you hold in your hand has a pop socket on
Thanks
it. now.
too for this. This is still my favorite thing in the whole world. Anyway.
Oh, we should show everybody the other thing that we got. The other box, that big.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's 2 of those boxes now.
Well,
So,
I'll just-
Mrs. Toast,
yeah,
is anyone
where-
saying anything about what? Am I way off base here, guys?
No, he's a jerk. He's unrealistic.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, fuck that guy.
I was so bummed out when I talked to that guy, and I get it. He wanted something, and yeah. So who did this come from?
This came from George Brown.
George Brown in Loveland, Colorado.
In Loveland, Colorado, and we didn't know what it was, but it.
Yeah, people are like, hey, just get a new fucking neck. That's
Sure
what I
sounded
said. Why
fun,
don't you just
yeah.
make him a new neck? It's
It would be
stupid.
cheaper for me to make him a new neck, yeah. But at that point, I'm like, I don't want to deal with this guy, and yeah.
Well, it's funny because today at work, I was talking about my Peggy Bundy scrubs that I had.
That's
on.
right. You did have Peggy Bundy
Yeah.
scrubs today.
I can't wear strappy shoes in the lab though. So.
No scrappy shoes in the lab. So he sent us
He sent us this, and he sent us a note, and it said,
no box of dicks.
Yeah, this is not a box of dicks. It's a box of nuts.
Yes, actually, they're saddles.
They're saddles.
And he told me
They're
that
bone saddles.
he told me that they kind of got a little bit warped, and they were you can actually see a little bit there. There you go. See, it's a little warped. No, it's a little warped, and he can't straighten them out to make saddles. He said you could cut them in half and make fender neck nuts with these. And so we have, thanks to
George Brown.
Thanks again to George Brown for sending these to us. We will probably never run out of Fender nut blanks.
Nope.
Ever
That
again.
whole box is
The
full.
whole oh yeah. It was,
This
it was
whole box
jammed
and another
full.
box.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
jammed
God.
full of them. I can't even imagine how many there are.
Let me know when
the
you're gonna
world's
cut them.
biggest box of nuts.
The mailman was convinced it was another thing of dicks because he's the same guy who delivered that. Yeah.
Yeah, he had the
Yeah.
like little
Yeah.
glittered dicks.
He's still
falling
got
out
some
of
in his truck. So yeah.
So let me know when you're gonna cut those,
Okay.
because I don't want to be here.
Okay. Okay.
We're just gonna cut them one at a time when you're here.
Okay. And we have finished. Yes, ma'am.
So Doc says,
Hey, Doc.
as always, his $20 metric.
Mmm.
So no good
Metric man.
deed goes unpunished.
Yeah.
Sometimes it sucks when you're just trying to be nice.
I.
Be nice.
Well, and I wasn't trying to be nice or mean. I'm like, hey man, I can't help you.
Matter of fact.
Yeah.
Well, I think the one of the things is the guy gave you a little bit of a sob story.
But I
And
don't
it-
want to get into this.
No,
yet.
but he expected you to do something for less because of the sob story.
he might have. I don't know.
And
I
that,
just want to move past this.
Why?
I don't want to breathe any more life into it.
Oh, okay. Well, Chris has a point though.
Well,
let
but
him
anyway.
finish his point.
But anyway, so yeah, because you help people out on video, you're supposed to help him out in life too, or something like that. I don't know.
But at the end of the day, I still have to, this is how I earn my living.
Right.
This is how you earn your living.
Yeah.
This is how I keep Mrs. Toast in all those fancy, leopard scrubs. No, it's not like I'm a millionaire because of this. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah. So anyway, I think I'm like 100-aire in my savings
Air?
account
Yeah.
and my 401k. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's pathetic. I actually talked to my insurance guy this week, and he's asking me about all these like investments that I have. I'm like, yep, don't got that, none of that, nope, nothing like that.
No.
And I'm like, wow, how pathetic to be almost 50 and have everything sunk into. It's actually really cool because I like where I am. I like what I'm doing. I like who I work with, and yeah, so it's a cool job. The boss is kind of a dick, but yeah, what are you gonna do? So anyway, let's see. I'm going to talk about this last thing last, but let's switch gears and talk about the G G G G G G G G B B B B O O O O. I have heard on lots of people's videos and on my videos how disappointed people are with the Great Guitar Build-Off so far. And I'm like, boy, you have really backed the wrong pony, because it's gonna be cool, you guys. Now, it might not be. This might not be the be-all, end-all contest that you thought it was gonna be, and it might not be, 5 months of 10-minute videos of people doing it and showing you how to do it. But what it is gonna be is it's gonna be 8 or 9 people making really neat guitars. Everyone but us is gonna lose, but But they're still going to have neat guitars.
They're still going to have videos too.
They're still going to have videos. And there's going to be way more videos than you guys are going to be able to watch in one day while you're supposed to be doing your day job. Unless you... Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you got some money
Oh,
from Tom
hey, Tom.
for some hooch for the other guy's Coke.
We have
Thanks,
that.
Tom.
Thank you, Tom. So...
Yeah.
But yeah, so the videos... So I've seen it, like... We've had so much fun, like, kind of goofing around with Brad, and he's always good for backing and forth. And Mrs. Toast actually has a care package to send to Brad.
Not quite ready
It's
yet.
not quite ready? Okay. But on one of his videos, someone said, I'm really disappointed in the Great Guitar Build-Off so far. And I'm like, wow, I don't know how to respond to that. So, like, I guess this one guy thought that, like, I don't know what he thought, but... Like maybe he thought he was going to learn how to make a guitar by watching the Great Guitar Build-Off videos. Now, I know for a fact, Crimson Guitars, Brad Angove, Big D, Guns and Guitars, and us, there's probably over 1,000 videos of how to make guitars between those 5 channels. Probably 2,000 when you get, or maybe more. Tamar, I know, has lots and lots of woodworking videos and at least 2 or 3 guitar making videos. Jimmy DeResta, I know, has a couple where he makes like a kooky. I'm gonna make a guitar that's also a submarine or whatever it is, but there are the number of videos on how to make guitars on everyone's channel combined is staggering. You should be able to find everything on like how to make guitars if you just kind of dig a little bit. Now, if you're waiting, like if you were the guy who, can you imagine this? Like, oh man, I can't wait to see like that great guitar build off because then there's going to be all those videos that I know that nobody's made yet. No, it's going to be mostly for fun, guys. Like the videos are going to be entertaining and fun to watch, whether you're a guitar maker or not. What do you think, Chris?
Well, I know ours will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because the contest isn't going the way you thought it was going to go is no reason to think that it's not going to be cool in the end.
That lacks
And really,
perspective.
You got 3
And
weeks
there's
to
all this
wait.
shit talking too going on.
There should be more shit.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
And
There's
and-
going to be a little bit later tonight.
And I get that, you know, that it would be cool to see weekly updates from everybody, but not everybody wants to make that video.
So far,
So-
Carrie Ann, you had something you want to say?
Oh yeah, well, BN Blues.
Hey, Eddie Burke.
Eddie Burke.
I think there was too much time for expectations to go wild prior to the beginning of the contest.
Could be,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Take
think
it easy,
so.
folks. It's gonna be cool. But the whole thing is, the idea was blurted out in a live stream, wasn't it?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
that's what, and then it from the
Yeah.
inception of the idea.
And that was like in
everything.
February or
Yeah.
March.
Yeah. Well, and then there was the whole waiting for the kits.
It
to
takes
get
time,
here.
yeah.
And then there was the whole
And well, they
everybody
had
got
to
their
set
kit.
up a lot of shit, that website and all
Yeah,
this stuff.
yeah, and
Yep.
the
and
rules and the stacked judging.
yeah,
thing.
and I'm ready for it to be.
Jesse asked me what my
Buttoned
favorite part
up.
of our guitar was, and I was part of me was like that it's done. But yeah.
Well, we get really close to projects
Yeah.
like that, so we got to give it a little bit of time, and we'll be able to do that this week.
Mhm.
But you know, trust us when we say, and trust the other guys too, when they say, "Don't worry, you'll get what you want, or you'll get what you need."
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
You know, you won't necessarily get it the way that you want it on a weekly 10-minute video.
I think that people who watch our videos or have kind of found out about it from us expect more like how to do stuff and you know, loudmouth Matt and cool head Chris going, "Hey, you can do this." And we're still going to make those videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to give away too much of the guitar building.
You can't. The
Yeah.
videos aren't coming out till September.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
not. And that's the rules.
Yep.
Well, and if we'd done something else with our guitar, maybe we would have made some of those videos. But we
But
really
what?
very, very early we decided we're not going to show too much of it
Yeah.
until the end.
Yeah.
Because-
we want to
Because
have.
honestly,
Damn.
other people would not finish their guitar
Oh.
if they saw our guitar.
Let's do a little trash talking right now.
Yeah, and that's-
and it
I
ain't
think
trash talking if it's true.
That's an
Yes, ma'am.
absolute fact.
Well, I just have a compliment for you.
Oh.
Ben Forster said,
Hey, Ben.
"Dudes, I love what you guys do. Been following closely for a couple
Thanks,
years.
Ben.
Y'all inspired me to buy an entire shop and get to it.
Do you have a pin router?
For that, I'm sorry."
I'm sorry to Ben's wife
This is
for doing
Ben,
Yeah.
we're
this. Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben, if you have
If
a
you
pin
live
router,
if you live close, me and your wife can maybe just have some mimosas every once in a while and be like golf widows except guitars.
there is such a thing as guitar widows, that's for sure. So let's do a little trash talking, Chris.
Okay.
I believe. So okay, so Ben says that he's gonna think about starting his guitar.
Uh-huh.
I was on an email thread and Jimmy DeResta said, "I'm just about to start making mine. I was really busy with a project, but I'm so he's doing it." Tamar made kind of a 3-string bass
It's
prototype. We don't know if that's because she's making a bass or an Explorer or what, but yeah, people are doing this. It's gonna be good. Having said that, I think that if we said, "Hey everybody, here's what we made," they'd be like, "Oh, I'm not even gonna bother. I quit." That's I think what everybody would say. Yeah.
I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
a couple would.
Yeah, I,
For
I,
sure.
I know Dan at Guns and Guitars would.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Brad would.
Or
too.
they do it, but it would just be, we talked about phoning it in.
Yep. It's
would
good.
be phoned
It's
in.
like those kids in Cub Scouts who just like had the block of wood and like put the wheels on, and there's my Pinewood Derby car. There's no way I can compete with this because it's a real thing. Yes, ma'am.
So Philip Ford just sent
Hey,
$10.
Phil.
Just to, hey, thanks, man.
Is that my cousin
I
Phil
didn't e-
Ford?
Is it?
I don't know.
I didn't have to shake my ass or anything. That's awesome.
I have a cousin who is absolutely fearless, and one of my personal heroes, my cousin Phil, and his last name is Ford. You've met Phil.
When did I meet Phil?
Yeah, you were on his farm in Illinois. Anyway. Yeah, no, you weren't at his farm. He came out here.
I was gonna say I've never.
Yeah, you've never
you're
been
thinking
to
of some
Illinois.
other.
I must
chick.
be thinking of some other.
Just like
broad.
that time at the Lions
Just
Fair.
like the time at band
You
camp.
got the wrong girl.
Yeah. So,
There's more.
oh, okay.
Okay, so Eddie Burke. This is also the pilot episode. Constant improvement over delayed perfection.
That's right. I was talking to our camera guy about that today because some people were a little disappointed by our teaser that I put out yesterday because there's basically nothing in there about the guitar.
No.
And some people were like, "Hey, what the hell did I just watch?" And I'm like it came in on both sets of speakers in the ear, unlike the first video. Remember that everybody bitched about, "Hey, this would be great if it was on both ears." Okay, it's on both ears. The camera angles were the same, unlike the first video. And I told Ken, I'm like, don't put the guitar in there because I don't want people to know what the guitar is. So, and I think people were like, I was kind of like, to everybody who said, "God damn it, where's my update video? I gotta have an update video." Okay, here's your update video. And I think that irritated some people.
Yeah.
But but there's an upside.
Mm-hmm.
What's the upside? The greatest tagline of any guitar
yeah.
company ever,
Uh-huh.
which is,
If y'all are so smart, build it yourself.
that has now been superseded by "Where trees become legends."
Oh, I totally spaced. I was
Yeah.
just talking about that.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. What can we...
Oh, Greg Pearl said,
Hey, Greg.
just knowing what you guys are capable of, I quit.
There you go.
Don't do that, Greg. You can do it, man. We were able to basically pull out all the stops. And you guys got to realize something, too. Chris and I worked for about 2 weeks on nothing but the Great Guitar Build-Off guitar when you
And-
really get right down to it.
Big chunks of time since.
Yeah,
And
That 2
spending
weeks.
time getting ready for next week.
yeah. So,
Well,
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of time in this guitar.
we do. And it makes me proud because whoever buys it is going to get something totally awesome. And all the money is, like I said, going to go to our good friend Brian Nutter to help pay for his medical bills that he incurred while he was having 8 bazillion surgeries to fix a giant hole in his esophagus.
Actually, I think it was a pretty tiny hole.
How big does it have to be, really, to be bad? So, yeah. So, but I haven't talked to Brian for a while, but I'm thinking no news is good news. I think he's still got the Evel Knievel stunt cycle, and him and his kid or him and his son are playing with that, and I'm sure he's just having fun being a dad and being alive, and that's so. Yeah, so good for Brian, and I'm looking forward to seeing him real soon. Hopefully, we'll get to do that. So, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I just want to correct your mispronunciation.
Of?
It's no gnu's, is good gnu's.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say stunt cycle.
No.
It's not
You said that
stunt
perfectly.
cycle. It's stunt cycle.
I
All
just
right.
had a great Space Coaster moment.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, so Big D. Let's talk about Big D.
Okay.
Big D has he's got some videos out. If you are just chomping at the bit for update videos, Big D's got a couple of them. I noticed on Big D's latest thing on Instagram, he has a hashtag pin router. And he's got an overhead router with no pin. I'm like, and it's got bearings on it. I'm like, I don't see your pin, dude. I don't think
No.
you got a pin router.
No.
I think you got a router mounted on a thing overhead. But it's not like my beloved pin router.
No one's like Lovey.
No. So, all right, Big D, crossing him off the list. Jimmy DiResta.
Uh-huh.
I got an email from the people at Crimson earlier this week, and they're like, hey, we've got, just wanted to make sure everybody's still good for September 4th for the videos to come out and the guitars to be finished and all that stuff. And, looking for everyone's T-shirt size or whatever. And so...
Are you getting a T-shirt out of this deal?
I said you and I are both XL size shirts.
Uh-huh.
So, and here's the address. They already have the address. Maybe we'll have to share a shirt. I don't know. We'll see. So, Jimmy DiResta, who has been basically silent this whole time, I didn't know it was like one of those emails where like you can like just, because I'm like, yeah, we're good for the 4th. We're size XL.
So now everybody knows what size we are.
Now everybody knows
Maybe
what size we
we'll
are.
get a shirt from everybody.
Oh, maybe.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be sweet. So,
Big D Guitars called you losers.
oh, Big D. That guy's so adorable.
Is he actually on the? Is he actually watching?
He said,
the,
I have a pin on the bottom.
I didn't see the pin, but maybe he took it out.
Maybe his pin is little.
I don't know. I don't want to say anything about anyone's pin.
I don't know. I'm just
But
speculating.
yeah,
All right.
Big
fine.
D, he is adorable. I think that it's really cute that he thinks he's going to be
our
able.
house and
He's going to
calls
be
us
able to
losers.
pull
Cool.
He's going to be able to pull a fast one on us with that thing that he's making, whatever it is. So anyway, Derek, good to talk to you, man. Thanks for coming out and having fun with us and doing a little trash talking. It's always a good time. That's the thing. Like Big D and Brad Angove, they have channels that that allow them to kind of interact with the people who watch them. Like I don't think Dan from Guns and Guitars does. I don't think he does any of that. And maybe
think
it's
he does
because he
anymore.
lives in a van down by the river and just doesn't have an internet connection because he's homeless. But I don't know. But it's cool that Big D and Brad, and you and I do that. And some people don't. And so, that's yes, ma'am. What was,
There's a couple of comments that I think is a great idea for a T-shirt. Pin envy.
pin envy? There's a lot of people with pin router envy, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Big D, if you ever want to learn how to use your pin router, you're welcome to come down to our shop and we'll show you how to work that. Let's see. So anyway, remember I was saying that I was on that the email and everybody got sent out. Oh crap!
boy.
Well, you go. Mrs. Toast is gonna suss that out. While Mrs. Toast is doing that, I'm gonna drink.
Chug. Oh.
I was afraid that was going to happen, actually, because, yeah, it's been a while since it's gone off. So, anyway, Jimmy DiResta commented on the email thread. He's like, yeah, man, I've been really busy with this project, and I'm about to get started on mine. So, I don't know why he's even bothering, because he's going to lose too. But, anyway, yeah, so Jimmy D, crossing him off the list. Later, Jimmy Cadillacs. Tamar.
Uh-huh.
She's the wild card.
Uh-huh.
She's the wild card. What do you think she's going to make an Explorer, or is she participating in deception like we
Well,
did?
I watched her video
Chicks are
on
sneaky.
her little Explorer cigar box
Okay.
3-string thing.
Uh-huh.
And in some ways, I think she alluded to the fact that she was going to try it on a full-scale kind of a thing.
Okay.
And this was her test run. She said she'd built a cigar box guitar a few years ago or a year ago, and she wasn't exactly thrilled with some of it.
Oh,
so
okay.
this is her redo and her test.
Was it hollow like a cigar box?
Yeah, it was hollow.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was plywood, and then she made some other reference to trying it with real wood. Because she used
okay.
plywood for the frame and then put a top and a back on it.
Okay.
And
All right.
talked about that. The funny thing is, she made if this was the contest guitar
Yeah.
that she made exactly what we thought she
You're-
would make,
because it had
which
a
was
bunch of like
geometric
patchwork
shapes and patchwork
yeah.
stuff, and that was really neat. But yeah, it was exactly what we thought she would make.
We did talk about that. I don't
So-
know if we talked about it on a video in the past,
think
but
we did,
we
but
did
anyway,
because
yeah.
she's done that in the past. Made a bunch of
Yeah.
cool joinery tops and
Yeah,
hippie wood stuff. And
yeah. And she's got a pile of scraps from all her
Yeah.
projects, the size of it would fill up Yeah, an 8 foot by 3
Stuff
foot
that we
bench
just
underneath.
burn. Yeah.
Yeah, we just chuck it because it's this big.
Yeah.
She saves all those
Okay.
chunks.
Cool.
And cuts them up into little tiny veneers.
Cool. She seems like a really nice lady. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I almost feel bad. We're gonna have to beat her in the contest as badly as we're gonna have to. But yeah,
She's
so-
got a real liquor sponsor. She actually advertises
That's-
for booze.
Yeah. How do
White
you
Claw?
get that?
No,
Oh.
it's some.
I don't get the White Claw thing. Anyway, go ahead. It was
Big
like a-
D is in the house and he is vocal.
Oh,
I
big.
wish you guys could see the comments.
Well, what sorts of things does he
Well,
say?
he's like, love y'all. It's just all kinds of shit, man. Now I can't
Big
find
D
it.
wants
Yeah.
to be Chris so
I think,
bad.
I think
it's
he's
not
been
even funny.
drinking.
He said that was his first video on YouTube.
What?
I don't know. I'm guessing the overhead router. I don't know.
Oh no, it was an Instagram post that
Oh,
he
that's
had. He was his pin router, but it didn't have the pin in the bottom.
He said
so,
he used to have a big one, bigger than yours.
Yeah, in your dreams, bigger than mine.
He says, gotta run, love y'all.
Later, Big D.
My vid post tomorrow. That's what
His
he said.
final video.
His vid
I think
posts
I don't-
tomorrow.
Okay, I'm not even gonna say if it.
I
know
don't.
what
I
he
don't.
said.
I guess we'll all see what Big D.
I thought he said he
is
had
up
one
to.
more update video before the final video.
Could be.
and I think
Yeah, we
that's
don't.
what
know.
it is.
All right. Well,
So,
Big D, thanks for hanging out with
Yeah.
us, man. That was cool. Of
Yeah.
you.
He's already
Tamar
gone.
Hannah, boom, crossed off the list.
Yeah.
Because she's got nothing for us.
She's got nothing. Okay.
Now let's get to the person who has the least for us, Brad Ango.
Poor Brad, getting beat up.
Brad has been such a good sport. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
We're not laughing at Brad.
oh,
We're
we got
laughing
it. We
next
got
to
it. We
Brad.
got Doug sent a
Doug.
donation for Big D.
For Big D.
I don't
I'm
know,
not.
maybe-
I'm not sending that to Big D.
Well, maybe it's for his charity because he's not going to get so much for his.
Ooh,
singing.
harsh tone.
Yeah. Just saying. I don't know. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
Hey,
Again, it
where's-
was an open-ended
Where's
comment.
Doug's neck? Will you grab Doug's neck? I'll grab Doug's neck while you vamp.
Well, I vamp.
You're not vamping.
So I got to tell you, we've been working on the great guitar build-off guitar for so long, and you get kind of close to it, and you're like ready for it to be done, and then finally today it was done, and we played around with it a little bit, and now I'm like all jazzed about it again. I'm
Next.
Like,
Oh,
it's
you're
real
jazzed about it.
cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. So I'm glad that happened.
So we're gonna get back to Brad, but Doug, since you're here, this is your neck with wood binding. God, I hated doing this.
Uh-huh.
Mostly because I made the binding. And Jesse said, oh, cool, are you going to make a video about making wood binding? And I thought, that would have been a good idea. I should do that. So Doug's got another neck that's getting wood binding. Actually, he's got a body that's getting wood binding too. But as you can see, it is bound with maple and looks cool. And it says, Joy Dano over here. So, Doug, this is your nephew or something? Anyway, you'll let me know, right? So, let's get back to Brad. Poor Brad made a video this week.
Claiming that he already won.
No.
Someone said that.
Oh, please. He made a video where he put steel inserts into the neck. Great idea. Poorly executed. I actually made a video on how to do it right just yesterday. Will you grab me one, Chris?
Yeah.
Someone's asking about how'd you do the inlays on the Joey Dano.
My good friend Russ at Music Engineering Services did that for me with a freaking laser.
beam.
So yeah, we do not offer custom inlay in house, but Russ does all that for us.
He knows a guy.
I got a
You
guy.
got a guy.
So anyway, Brad had a video where and it's not a big deal. He cracked the neck a little bit. I mean, it was just things happen. And he was wearing sandals.
I didn't see the sandals part.
He made a thing about it.
Were they Birkenstocks?
I don't
Oh
know.
God, I hope not.
So first of all, it was Brad. Second of all, he was, I don't know, probably complaining because I wasn't drinking the right beer. C, he was wearing sandals. And finally, he was using a hand drill to install or brass inserts in a neck. And I'm like, one day, Brad, I'm going to show you how to do it while you just stand around in sandals and complain about my beer choice. Speaking of which.
And not have a ponytail.
And not have, and have short hair that's,
He can't
Okay.
even put a man bun in his head.
no.
That's
We-
the over-under now?
I don't know. There's no over it. Brad is such a great guy. I love Brad. Mike Learn was the other day was like, who's this guy Brad who's like messing with you guys on the internet? And I'm like, whoa, no. It's like an all in fun thing. He's like, oh, okay. Because like Mike Learn is like he's spooky. Like he looks like he would like break into your house at night and like stab everybody.
And he's the nicest guy ever.
He's
But then
totally
again,
cool.
don't fuck with anybody
Yeah.
he likes because
Yeah.
then you'll.
Yeah, so I'm glad I'm on Mike's cool page.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm actually doing a video right now. I did the final installment of how to install threaded inserts in your Fender style neck the right way. So you can share that with Brad if you like. All right, Brad, we're crossing you off the list because you got nothing for us.
I got something for Brad.
Sandal boy.
I got like a care package, like he's my kid in college.
Mhm.
You know, yeah. Doing a great job. Way to go.
You're doing super. I saw that Ben said something about how let the trash talk begin. Baby, we've been doing this for we've been like the
Yeah.
last 2 months we've been trash talking.
Mhm.
Where have you been, Mr. Steampunk guy?
I watched the final of his Cyberpunk guitar yesterday, or at least fast forwarded through most of it.
How'd it turn out? Was it more cyber or more punk?
I don't understand I understand those words individually, but
Yeah.
not when you string them together.
It looked like something Sylvester Stallone might play in Demolition Man.
God, that
Didn't
movie
Billy
sucks.
Didn't Billy Idol have an album called Cyberpunk
Maybe.
in the 90s? It was something like
I didn't
that.
listen to Billy Idol in the 90s.
No, nobody did. It wasn't, but it wasn't exactly lauded. But the people
Yeah,
said
I
that it
think
was.
he did, though.
Does anybody know what Billy Idol album I'm talking about? Maybe Ben knows.
Maybe. But anyway.
You know, Tony James, who used to be in Generation X, the band that Billy Idol was in, fronted a band called Zig Zig Sputnik, and you remember them if you ever saw Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And Tony James is like a super awesome bass player. But when he was in Zig Zig Sputnik, he had this crazy hairdo and like half shirts made out of leather and stuff, and yeah. And the song is called Love Missile, I think. Look it up. It's true. It's a thing. You can YouTube it. Zig Zig Sputnik Love Missile. Anyway, maybe that's who Ben was building that guitar for. The
Possibly.
girl guitar
The
player in Zig Zig Sputnik from
Cyber-
1991.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Who
All right.
doesn't love Ferris Bueller except for Jeannie or Shauna? Shauna.
Yeah. Okay. Finally, I want to talk about. Chris and I have been talking about something, and I want to get y'all's opinion on this too. As you know, we have a camera crew that has been following us around for the last 3 weeks. I just got one up. Thank you. There's going to be a feature-length video of the guitar being built, the guitar being done, and the guitar being played, featuring yours truly in a band setting this Thursday. We're going to film that segment, yeah?
Yeah.
But what I need to know is how long do you guys think a feature-length video should be? At what point do you go 10 minutes, not enough? 2 hours and 10 minutes, way too much. You know what I mean? We don't need the Apocalypse Now version of.
And the thing is, like, if this was like a millennial crowd, it would be like I got the memory of a goldfish, and I can't watch it, or attention span rather. But then you don't want it to be like, Kill Bill 1 and 2 all strung together either. You know?
Yeah, I want it to be one video that's like, here's the whole, you got the whole collection right here, not part 1, part 2, part 3. Because what happens is people only watch part 1, and then you lose people, and then part 2, and you lose people, and then part 3, and you know.
Okay, so 45 minutes max.
Okay.
An hour to 90 minutes. 1 hour.
Wow.
At the very least, 45 minutes.
I think that to me, 45 minutes is like, that's going to be hard to cram 3 weeks of stuff into 45 minutes.
Okay, at least. Yeah. So then there's 90 minutes, 2 hours, 45 minutes, 90 minutes, 50, 45 minutes max. Yeah. Maybe it could be like Kill Bill 1 and 2.
What do you think, Chris? You're thinking like right at an hour?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
What if we said that we shot it in panoramic super cinema.
In doubly.
Then could
Oh,
it be
yeah.
like 3 hours and 47 minutes all inside?
Where there's lots of scenes of nothing but just still
Yeah.
for minutes at a time. And wind noises.
Wind noises. Yeah.
I just want to say I hate Kevin Costner.
Oh, I enjoy Kevin Costner.
Yeah, well,
but-
don't take a cue from him, by the way. That's
Okay.
with because you want to get like
Yeah.
running with buffaloes or whatever. the
Oh
fuck
yeah,
it was.
dances will. And
I can't swim. What?
Oh,
I never saw
Waterworld.
these movies. I hate them.
I think that Dennis Quaid's Doc Holliday is better than Val Kilmer's too. And I'm in the minority there, I know, but
I wouldn't know.
well, yeah, because the Wyatt Earp with Kevin Costner is like 3 times as long as Tombstone.
And it's got Kevin Costner.
I know. I like Kevin Costner. So, especially in Fandango. So,
That was the only movie. That and
Mhm.
Silverado.
mm,
That was it. Then he sucked. He's
Okay.
the same guy in every
Alright.
movie.
yeah, that's cool. So yeah, so guys, let me know, and Mrs. Toast, keep me posted too, because it's one of the things that we do when I go back and watch these live things, like a week later, because if I do it later tonight or tomorrow, the comments I can't see them. It's gotta take a while to
The
like,
live
populate,
comments.
right?
Yeah. For some reason, it used to be that you could watch them.
Watch them right away.
Right away, but I don't know what the deal is anymore. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
You guys are on like a watch list or something.
Ooh,
probably.
probably.
You're like checking out the wrong books in the library.
What? So what do you think?
Instigators, yeah.
What? So you think right about an hour?
Yeah, I think so.
I think like an hour, 15 to an hour and a half. But I don't
Yeah,
want.
it
I
could-
don't want
it
to
could
have
maybe
too
be
much
a little bit
stuff.
longer. Yeah, I guess it just all kind of depends on how entertaining it is, and that's the problem for us is because we're
Yeah.
gonna watch it and we're gonna think it's all entertaining because it's
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
But other people would
Well,
be like,
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Well, there's been a few comments about I'd watch every minute, and someone said release the raw footage for those of us who want to
The
watch
director's
it.
cut of
the,
yeah.
the 50-hour
I will
cut.
sit here
Yeah,
while I'm
yeah.
tinkering and watch this shit. Yeah,
There's one of the
it's kind
things
of like
that
over like eavesdropping on a conversation that's on the next table. or
kind of
something.
yeah.
There's got to be 50 or 60 hours at least. Of
There's gotta be.
footage.
There's gotta be.
'Cause
Yes,
the
ma'am.
camera just runs and runs and runs.
Jeffrey Egan said
Hey, Jeff.
3 hours vid would still be better than the last 3 Star Wars movies.
Ooh. Well, so one of the things that having somebody else be in charge of the video kind of handicaps us, because I can't go, hey Ken, do all this stuff for me, but I can't afford to pay you anymore. You know what I mean? So we want to have a great video, and Ken is like throwing us all kinds of like freebies. If you add up the time that he spent, he's not getting a hell of a lot out of this deal per hour.
Yeah.
And he's doing it because he's a bro. So, yeah. But I think that Ken is going to put together something that's awesome. And you've actually got scheduled some time to kind of sit down and do some like raw. What is it that you and Nicole were talking about?
I don't know.
doing?
She's talking about just bouncing some stuff off of me. I
Okay.
think. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh.
So.
That's a good idea. What kind of format do you? I suspect. Did you ever watch those Jesse James, where he built them? And it was like those were like 2 hours long. Like the one where him and Kid Rock went to Mexico on motorcycles, or the one where he went to Sturgis on this thing with the holes drilled in it. Those were all pretty long videos on Discovery. Now there was commercials, so 2 hours probably condensed down to hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So Tim Buchanan
Hey, Tim.
said that he will pay for a blooper reel. I think a blooper reel is a fan-fucking-tastic idea.
But there was a
I think there's going to be a
bunch
bunch of
of
bloopers in it.
I think that Ken is of the school of like reality TV, where you guys saw the thing where it was just me and Chris talking about Mr. Rogers for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be 2 minutes of Chris and I, but there's going to be stuff like that.
There will be stuff like that because stuff like that happens every day.
Mm-hmm.
And he was here for all of it. So, yeah.
One of the things that we say all the time is, wouldn't it be cool to have a TV show where it was a bunch of knuckleheads doing a bunch of knucklehead shit, and they just so happened to be in a guitar shop? And that's kind of what I think this video is going to be like. So, given that, it's not going to be a how to make the guitar that we made for the Great Guitar Build-Up. It's showing you guys.
There will be footage of us making the guitar.
That's
but
all there's
there
gonna
won't
be,
any
yeah.
instruction.
No,
Next
you're going to have
we-
to glean.
Next we used the
Yeah.
the miter saw.
Although there might be some of that. Like, hey, here we
Maybe.
are. Because
Well, yeah,
I know,
maybe.
like, I sat in front of the camera once and I'm like, I like to use these neck inserts because they work great or whatever it is. You know?
Yeah, but it's not going to be a comprehensive. Yeah,
No.
every step.
No.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be different than the videos we normally do.
Yeah, they're not. It's
But
not
the
going to be a
same.
how-to video. It's
No.
going to be having fun with your buddies at Texas Toast Guitars,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, so Jan Salmon said all Texas Toast videos are blooper reels already.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah, but there really are some other bloopers. Ooh, you could have like an argument, like
Oh, there's
There's
you guys
there's
bickering.
there's
actual real
probably
arguments.
3 or 4 hours of nothing but that actually
So-
in the amount of time that we've
Yeah, so Pete C says this could be your real breakout.
Well, Pete, this is something that we are actually working with Ken and his partner Jamie. They have a film company called Super Bitchin', and we hope that this will be something that is moneymaker for both us and them. So
Yep. Yeah.
yeah. Hey Chris, that's a good looking T-shirt you got on.
Thanks, man.
You want to show that off? So what's the deal with that? That's you got to upgrade.
Yeah. So because I have an in at Teespring, I wanted to see what the their premium shirt was like.
Okay.
So they're a
Can
couple
people
bucks
order
more.
the premium shirt?
No, I'd have to go in and set it.
Is it
up.
worth the extra?
Well, yeah, so
It
let's
might
get
be, yeah.
let's
Extra
get the
buck or
So I
two?
think what I'll
Okay.
do is I'll now that everybody's bought a shirt, I'll go in and do like the top 5 or something.
Well,
like
we've
that.
got. Well, is now what are we gonna do about the where trees become legendary?
Well, somebody's going to have to make that that shirt.
If
And we also need a Chuck Thunder. And
Yep.
Oh, somebody Chuck
Thunderclap.
Thunder's got a shout out
Yeah.
earlier.
Oh,
yeah.
Chuck
Yeah.
Thunder! Is he
Thunderclap
watching or
Institute
somebody?
of
Somebody?
Awesome.
No,
Awesomeness.
somebody
Okay.
else.
And yeah, what else?
There's
Oh,
also-
there's that one that says, "I shaved my balls for this." That's a different shirt. Never mind.
No,
Live fast, eat ass. That's one too.
these are all. On another
Devin
page.
said Driddle said that he would buy that shirt. I think
Yeah.
it was either I shaved my balls for this or live fast, eat ass was the one that Driddle said he would
I'm
buy.
thinking about this T-shirt for pin router and like pin envy.
Chris actually
And-
has the beloved pin router
I
number
know, and
1
it-
shirt, which is
I
cool.
know it's awesome, the Evil Knievel. But I'm thinking about that meme where the guy's walking down the street with his girlfriend holding hands, and then this other chick with this big.
Oh,
ass
yeah,
comes
yeah,
on,
yeah.
And ooh, so you could have you on your pin router
Uh-huh.
and some other guy and then
Who else
he-
has a cooler pin router than me? Not
Nobody.
Big D,
And they
that's
got
for
their
sure.
stupid overhead shit, and then they're like cutting their fingers off, and it'd be like,
Didn't you say that someone in Nebraska at the pick and pump
The,
thought that safety
yeah.
third was cool?
Yeah.
The squat and gobble?
Oh no, the pump and pantry.
Pump and pantry. That's
Yeah.
so you can see why I
And,
thought squat.
St.
Pump and
Paul-
Pantry could draw the wrong crowd,
Yeah.
right?
At the Rubber Dick store in Nebraska, they really
They
like
don't
the
have
safety.
those there. They have
third.
everything else.
Oh, in Tennessee
they
have.
They got
that, yeah.
Cinnabon at that
Ooh,
location. They got Little
I like
Sneezers.
I like little
Yeah.
greasers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Crazy Bread. Okay, I got one more thing I want to tell you guys about. So yes, ma'am.
Oh, I just got to be at work at 10 hours.
I'm sorry, love. We're almost done. And remember, Steve from Maximum Guitars should be here any minute now. So we're trying to stall in case Steve wants to say hey to everybody. So if you haven't gotten your shirts from Teespring yet, go to Teespring and check those out. You can buy them right now. Where are we with Patreon shirts? We're gonna do like I'm just gonna send everybody a T-shirt from I don't know how to do it yet, but
Yeah. Yeah, we got it all planned out.
Okay. If you're a Patreon member at the level that gets you a t-shirt, I know I'm the suckiest person at getting shirts out, but we've figured out a way to do it.
Historically, it's been pretty much a pain in the ass.
Yes, but now I think we've got it sussed out. All right, I want to tell you guys about something that's coming up probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and that is an online training class, specialty painting with Mike Learn. And it's going to be pinstripe and gold leaf. And Mike is going to do that for us. He's going to come out to the shop, and you can buy it live, and you can interact. You can ask Mike questions as he does pinstriping and gold leaf work on a guitar that we're doing, the Prostitute. And I think we're going to try to keep it fairly cheap because it's going to be like 2 or 3 hours, right? So not very much money. And you can interact with Mike Learn, which is something that we've been wanting to do for a while, and we're just kind of waiting for the right way to do it. And we really want to get pinstripes on the Prostitute. The Prostitute's not getting gold leaf, though. I don't think, is it? Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll have to come up. Maybe that V will get some gold leaf. I don't know. We'll see. So
It's not for you to decide.
no, but Mike wants to do gold leaf too. What do you think about that gold leaf on the V?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, so we're up in the air, but I'm working with Mike on the idea, and probably like $15 or something, and you can watch the live video, and then later on it'll be a little bit less. So sort of like what we did with Dylan from Dylan Talks Tone, or sort of like what we did with the online training with what did we even call that?
Online.
Where we built the mud flap girl.
I think just online training. is
Online
what we
training,
called it,
yeah. I would really like to have our class section of the website, online training subject section, be loaded with stuff people can like, oh, that's cool. I want, because it's a deeper dive than you get out of a 15-minute video.
Mm-hmm.
It's you can see because there's no fast forward, there's no soundtrack, there's no speed up thing, there's no hack a big chunk out of the middle and okay, now we take it out of the oven and bam, it's all live. It's all done in real time, and I think that's a cool thing to do. We've also talked about doing fret leveling and dressing, cutting a nut. We talked about like build a Stratocaster, build a
I think you should
Gibson
call that
style.
Bust a nut.
Yeah, bust a nut. Yeah, so I'd really like to have the online training section of the website be very comprehensive, so you can just, and what we do is we send you the codes, and you can watch them 100 million times if you want, or you can watch them one time, whatever you want. So if anybody's interested in the Mike Learn pinstriping and gold leaf stuff, please let me know, and I will let you know about what when that's going to be happening. It's going to be within the next 30 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Contribution from Carl
Carl!
for the beer fund.
All right.
God bless you, Carl. So I don't know what's up with Steve, but Chris, you got anything else you can...
No, I really don't.
Oh, wait, I got a text from Steve. ETA 620.
Okay. Well,
I
Well,
gotta be at
I don't
work
think
in 10 hours.
I don't think
Yeah.
he's gonna make it.
I don't think we're going to make it for Steve on the live stream, but Mommy's got to go to work, so... Chris, you got anything else you got?
I really don't. No.
Okay.
No. I'm
You just-
winding down.
You winding down?
You just
Yeah.
call me Momedy.
I did. What's up with you, Mommy? You got anything else for... You got anything else for everybody?
Night kids.
Mrs. Toast has to be up at like a half an hour before she goes to bed to go to work tomorrow, so yeah. When are you off this week, love?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay. We'll do something... Oh, no, we've got class all week this week.
Yeah. So
Rat
then I work
shit.
Thursday, Friday, and I'm off next weekend.
Oh, good.
And I get a 5-day weekend for Labor Day.
Wow, that's cool. When's Labor Day?
The 7th, I think.
Oh, cool. All right. Guys, thanks for joining us. It was so cool to hang out with you guys. I love Sunday Fun Day, hanging out with you guys. I love showing you a taste of what we've got going on. Don't forget, in 11 hours, the video of the neck update, which is already done, will drop. And I think it's called Fretting the Coolest Neck Ever Made in the World Ever. I think it's what it's called. And like I said, if you're really, really good, Chuck Thunder will make it. Okay, Chuck Thunder's in the video too. So yeah. It's going to be a lot of laughs.
It is going to be a lot of laughs. Yeah.
And everybody who is, if there's anybody watching who's a contestant in the Great Guitar Build-Off, prepare to go, oh crap.
Yeah.
My neck isn't nearly as
Son
good
of a
as that.
Bitch.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I didn't know we could do that.
Yep, but you can.
Can you do that? Where does it say you can do that?
Mm-hmm.
It must be on the other page.
Where does it say you can't do that is
Yeah,
where
it said
I'm all about.
nowhere that you couldn't do what we
I
did.
like to think that I'm not a why guy, I'm a why not guy.
Yeah.
So yeah. So guys, thanks for joining us. It's always cool to hang out with you. It's always cool to hang out with you, Chris, and Mrs. Toast. And thanks for all of your help with Super Chat. That's very, very kind. Thanks for helping me out with the whole, like, what do I do with this guy who thinks that I'm trying to personally rip him off. I didn't know where to go with that. And I knew you guys would have something for me. So anyway, so we'll see you next time. This same bat time, same bat channel. And lots of videos coming your way this week. So this is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that if you're so smart, life is short. You might as well have a cool guitar and build it yourself. That's what I do. Thanks for watching, you guys.
See you, everybody.
See ya, everybody.
Okay.
I need a better voice.